Gentlemen, this is Bureaucracy Manifest. The European Union has come out with another bureaucratic policy that will directly impact you as a non-EU citizen. I already made a video about this around a year ago where the European Union came out with an immigration policy saying that they're going to be introducing a new travel ETIAS for any non-EU citizens looking to enter the country who currently have visa-free access. So if you are a citizen of any of the countries that are on screen now, starting from 2025, you will start needing to get an ETIAS if you want to travel in the Schengen area. And you definitely know that this is coming because when I was traveling in France, when I was going across the border, the French border guard gave me a pamphlet that described that this new policy is going to be introduced in early 2025. Now, there are some things that have remained the same since my last video, but some other things have changed that I think are worth talking about. So first of all, this brand new ETIAS policy now has a price similar to a ESTA for the United States, or maybe you want to travel to a country like Canada where you have to get a Canadian ETA if you have visa-free access to the country. It will now be the same principle with the European Union and the Schengen area, as you will be required to pay a total of €7 for your single ETIAS. Now, it's not as expensive as the American ESTA. It is a little bit more expensive than the Canadian ETA. It's not the worst price in the world. It is definitely doable. But for me, it's another example of implementing bureaucracy just for the sake of implementing bureaucracy and trying to generate some more money in the process. In all honesty, I really struggle to find any valid justification as to why anyone would want this policy to be introduced other than the bureaucrats who would be making money from it. It doesn't really make any sense to me. I can't imagine any traveller going to Europe thinking, oh well, it was okay going to Europe, but I really wish I had to apply for an ETIAS before I was able to be let in. I don't think anyone who ever wants to travel or move to Europe thinks that way at all. In my opinion, this is another useless example of just something being useless and just not being really worth it, in my opinion. I mean, realistically, what major changes are you going to see with an ETIAS being introduced? Now, I have received a couple of comments about this subject where some people have asked me, look, I'm a dual national, I have an EU passport and a non-EU passport. How will this impact me? Well, I have some pretty good news. It will not impact you at all, because assuming you have an EU passport, right, chances are you're going to be entering Europe on your European Union passport. If you're a citizen of Finland and the United States, there's no point entering Germany on your American passport. You should be entering that on your Finnish passport, and that way you will not be impacted by it at all. Another important thing to talk about, especially for UK citizens who often travel to the Republic of Ireland, the Republic of Ireland naturally is a member of the European Union, and you might be wondering, okay, well, I now have to pay €7 every time I want to go across the border to the Republic of Ireland. Well, the good news is no, as the Republic of Ireland is the only country in the European Union and pretty much in the Schengen area or the EEA, although Ireland isn't really in the Schengen area, but it's the only country in the European Union that will not be having this ETIAS policy implemented, as Ireland has the right to establish their own immigration policies external to that of EU policy. So if you are worried about how the common travel area will be maintained, don't worry about it. The common travel area is going alive and well, so you're not going to have to worry about paying €7 every time you want to cross over perhaps from Northern Ireland to the Southern Republic. That's not going to happen. In my complete honest opinion, I'm fine with a country saying, look, if you want to enter our country, perhaps you need to pay for an e-visa. That's not a problem. But the problem for me arises here with a couple of things. Number one, we can't really call it visa-free access anymore, as you technically do have to pay for an e-visa. And number two, I don't understand why this policy has been implemented, as I really doubt the idea, and I reject the idea completely, that the European Union was having a lot of trouble with non-EU citizens who have visa-free access from just entering the country. You know, I highly doubt that. French border guards, for example, at Charles de Gaulle Airport were saying, oh, damn it, people from Antigua and Barbuda are here again without a visa. Or people from the UK are back. No, I doubt that highly. To be honest, I really don't think it's caused that much of a major impact just entering without a visa. So this, for me, I've said it a couple times in this video already, is a perfect example of bureaucratic nonsense. Let me know what you think about this new policy that's been implemented into the European Union. Do you agree with this new ETIAS policy, or do you share the same views as me? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video you can click right here and subscribe to get this information on YouTube. And if you want to follow me on my other social media, you can follow me on Instagram, X and Robert, that will be linked down below in the description. Thank you for watching and have a good day.